talking about some to be continued shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of like, I was the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Shit.
Old
People
school
don't get
cliffhanger
enough of
too.
that type of
Yeah,
stuff
old school.
anymore, man. Everything is fucking paid off within 2 hours. That's why all this shit is always the same fucking story. I'm glad they broke it up a little bit, man.
Yeah, they shook it up. It's funny when I was talking to my mom about Empire Strikes Back, like this was months ago, but she was saying like when Empire Strikes Back came out, people hated it because they were like, "What the fuck you gonna end the movie like that with the good guys lose?" Like everybody was pissed.
People walking out of the theater like, what?
Oh, man. That shit had
Troy
me.
Darth Vader, son.
Empire Strikes Back's been my favorite film of all time since the moment I saw it.
Oh yeah, I still contest that is a perfect movie, like hands down, top to bottom, no flaws, no notes.
Perfect movie.
Word.
I'm definitely putting Back to the Future in perfect movie category.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I was trying to put together a perfect movie list the other day, and I was like, all I can think of is Empire Strikes Back right this second. I was very high.
You're welcome.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
Your favorite cousin, right here, direct in effect.
Oh man, tequila burps. Today,
nice.
Today we are joined by a past and future guest. You can catch him as the host of the Comic Book Trap House on his YouTube channel, Comic Book Trap House. He's a DJ extraordinaire and a hip hop aficionado. DJ Ready Cee, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Glad to be back. Thanks for having me.
Man, yeah, always a pleasure, dude.
Great to have you on the show. Congratulations to you and the Bankai fam. Y'all doing the damn thing out there. And,
man.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Mad respect. Shout out to Bankai. Y'all doing y'all's thing.
The brothers, man. Shouts out to the whole crew and happy birthday, Skanks, just celebrated. A lot going on out here. Summertime in New York. All right.
Right. Yeah, y'all go out there and check all that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Man. We're super excited to talk to you about today's topic. Of course, if you guys can read thumbnails, you can see that
you can see the photo.
Yeah, it's illiterate friendly here on YouTube. You guys can see the pictures and see that we're talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I had to pause for a second because the Spider-Verse movies are kind of being like the Far From Home movies, where it's like I gotta think for a second to which.
That's not even like a Spider-Man thing either. Like it's not like it's every comic book is like play on some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was kind of surprised with the Amazing Spider-Man movies that they didn't call the first one Amazing Spider-Man and then the second one Spectacular Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Get yourself situated. Get yourself your pre-show prep. While I ask our guest a question, because as we're talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I guess we'll just actually, I want to do a quick description of the movie real quick that we're talking about.
Right.
Miles Morales catapults across the multiverse where he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting its very existence. When the heroes clash on how to handle a new threat, Miles must redefine what it means to be a hero. That's a quick description of what the movie is about. But Ready Cee, I'm curious, what did you think of the first movie? Just a quick description, a quick overview, what you thought of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and just what were your initial thoughts on the sequel?
The first movie that came out, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, a lot of people really went head over heels over it. And I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was as insane as most people did. I think it was the combination of things that people were thinking of, and not only just the story but the revolutionary art form that they using to, create the
Right.
whole thing and all this type of. There's a lot of things combined to make it what it is. But with that already have been laid as the groundwork with the release of part one, part two, I think already had that as a foundation going into it, and it did a lot better at telling a story. I enjoyed part two a lot more than I enjoyed part one. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Even though I did enjoy them both,
Yeah.
part two I definitely enjoyed a lot more.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. Like I really enjoyed the first one a lot. I felt like, especially with Sony having all these cash grab kind of movies in the Spider universe with Venom and Morbius.
Every movie Sony
Right.
put out is a cash grab.
Oh my god.
It's like them niggas don't care about movies at all.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's-
depressing.
They destroyed Venom.
So when I heard about this, when the first movie was announced, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna miss this. But it turned like they fucked around and gave it to some people who actually give a shit, and they made a really good Spider-Man movie. And I think that they just kind of like you said, with the groundwork that they laid with the first one, they just kind of up the ante in every way with this new one.
So you just gonna
Right.
say everything he said, but just a little different. So you,
yeah, I'm doing the
Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley.
No, I'm Woody Page. I'm just saying what the last person just said.
Woody Page is
a little different.
Woody Page do shit all the time too.
Nah, they definitely upped a little bit of the quality of the way the art was presented in part two. I think also, it wasn't just another copycat of that. They kind of went a little bit deeper with the way that they showed character emotions and things like that in the way that through the art.
That's interesting that you felt like it was stepped up in this one, because I was like halfway confused. Maybe we were sitting too close to the screen or whatever.
Oh yeah, that could definitely affect it, man. I sat way further back than I normally do in the theater. Yeah,
visually.
yeah, being right up front, close up on it, man. It's probably can't even capture the whole situation. It's a lot going on visually. That's for
It's
sure.
overwhelming. You have to like actually fully turn your head
Right.
to the left, turn your head to the right.
Then you look at the nigga get hit on the other side. Whoa, he got hit. Whoa, he over there. Goddamn.
Very visual. I heard another person describe the movie as like no matter what scene you're looking at throughout the whole thing, anywhere that you pause that movie is like beautiful cell artwork. You know what I'm saying? That you could use for anything. And as I'm looking at it, even on the bootleg, the next couple of days after I went to the theater, it's very true. You know what I'm saying? Every piece of that movie is very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What were your initial thoughts, Bill, before we get into like the nitty gritty? Like, did you enjoy this one?
The nitty and the gritty. A scene without each other. You know what I'm saying? Did I enjoy the movie? First of all, I didn't enjoy the second one as much as everybody did. Like C was saying, and people was hyping it up. You know what I'm saying? But when I watched it, I was like, "That's a good movie." I watched it at home during the pandemic, I believe.
Right.
For the first time.
I saw
it. And yeah, it was a good movie. And then I went and watched it in the theater yesterday. So when this comes out 2 days ago, and man, it was good. But I told Alex I would have stood for another 45 minutes, 10 toes down. Just add 45 minutes to that bitch and then finish the movie. I'm good. Like, just give me all of the work, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to be like rush job just so they can finish it so we got one movie.
Right.
But I'll stay in there for that. Like, it was good enough where I could stay for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and finish this one up.
So I'll stay for a 3.5 hour
movie.
Because
yeah, I will. But like my only problem, my only worry is that the third one ain't gonna be as good. because there ain't a lot of loose ends in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only like I said earlier, I would only say there's about 45 minutes left to really explain anything. So it's gonna be a lot of
potentially.
It's potentially a lot of like, will they or won't they? Oh my God, I don't want to date you. I don't trust you, and then blah 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 bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's potential for that, but I think that there's even richer potential, and we'll get into it like later. But just like how our main character Miles, where he ends up, I think that you could probably spend a good 45 minutes just on that. But we'll see what they do because there's also a lot of things that they could do with that. I'm so excited to just talk about.
I've got some super reach theories about where they're going with part 3, and a lot of it has to do exactly to the point of what Bill was saying, that there's not a lot of loose ends to tie up, which is exactly the case because they got a lot more shit to start after they end whatever this plot is that's going on right now. That they're gonna need a lot of room to create during that third film. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that doesn't have anything to do with what's happening right now going on in that third movie, because they are going to tie that plot up real quickly in part 3 and move on to his next situation, is what I think.
Because I think, while we go ahead, and since he mentioned theories, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're watching this, you most likely saw the movie. And if you didn't see the movie, you really don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about nothing if you didn't see it. And you watching this video right now,
you're just like, fuck it all.
Exactly. You like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I might go see the movie. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want no black Spider-Man. But I might go see it. Fuck it. But you're watching this, so we appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Damn. But anyway, my theory is that evil Miles, Prowler Miles, was supposed to be Spider-Man in that universe. And because, like they said, Miles is an anomaly,
right?
But look what happened to Miles without a Spider-Man in his neighborhood,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got a little view of what the Peter Parker in that universe looked like. He like died, right?
They didn't actually show the Peter Parker in that universe, so there might be a Peter Parker.
It just wasn't bit. There's just the thing about that universe wasn't no spider to bite anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So it's like, who would have got the spider? Would Miles have got the spider?
Right.
If Spider-Man is alive, does it make Miles inspired to like not want to be Spider-Man? I think he would have been the Spider-Man, with thus proving that there was no anomaly. He's just one of the other Spider-Man for a different reason.
Well, I'm like, who cares? I mean, is Spider-Man the only hero in the whole damn universe? No, I'm pretty sure that without him being bitten by the spider, we still got a chance for Daredevil up the street or Moon Knight somewhere around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So if he's become a hero,
it's like
somebody's working.
Comic book New York is rife with superheroes. But it's funny since we're talking about the ending, like at the end, Miles, he finds himself in the wrong universe. He tries to go back to his universe, but he ends up in the universe where the spider who bit him originated.
Usually when you find yourself, it's positive. But when he found himself, that was not good, man. His self is crazy.
But I thought this was like an interesting, just like metaphorical, like analogy for you hear like people talk about all the time, like how you have a person who doesn't have a lot of resources to like go to a great college and become like a CEO, so they become a CEO of like the resources that they have.
Rock, son. I become a CEO of that snow.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like if
them rocks.
Yeah, Freeway Ricky Ross like grew up in
25
if he went to UCLA and got a business MBA, like would he have
be a manager at Enterprise?
But it's like how that intuition and that drive and
I'm sorry
and-
to anybody who works at Enterprise. I mean, I don't.
Wow.
but just like how intuition and just like natural born skill can take you one way or another depending on like where the fork in the road takes you. So I just thought that was interesting. It's like he became a badass villain instead of a badass superhero just because of the way things happen in his universe. I thought that was a cool thing. But what did you guys think of Shamik Moore? And so like we got Shamik Moore and Haley Steinfeld returning as
Who?
Spider.
Who? I think you mispronouncing his name.
I'm sorry, I meant Shaolin Fantastic.
That's right.
Oh shit!
Put some goddamn respect on this nigga's name.
And
And
Haley Steinfeld, they're returning as Miles and Gwen. What did you guys think of their characters and their stories in this movie? Because Gwen gets a little bit more shine in this one. Ready, Cee, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I feel how they kind of came a little bit from more of Gwen's perspective in this movie versus more leaning on towards Miles. It was definitely still Miles' movie, but they kind of did it from the vision of Gwen, and so we could see how the life that she's going through as the spider person of her universe directly relates to the shit that Miles is going through and every other spider in every other universe. They all have the exact same situations that lead them down the certain paths that take them where they're going, and it happens to each spider consistently through every universe, and that's the whole issue of what's going on in the film. Is Miles is fucking shit up because he wasn't really supposed to be who he is. I actually like the way that they are weaving the story together, the way that they're utilizing that obscure villain in Spot and giving him such relevant powers with the whole manipulation of multiversal travel through his spots and things like that.
Yeah,
it's dope the way that they're taking some of these characters and bringing them into a little bit more of an important light when they're completely obscure characters that you would never have thought about outside of some popular villains like your Magnetos and shit like that. You never would have thought a second thing about Spot, but here he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely one of those.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, like this is one of those villains that you can knock out in 22 minutes for sure.
Well, yeah, he's usually played as a joke in the comic books, and then when he was introduced in the comic books, Spider-Man laughed so hard when he told him his name that he literally had to sit down and rest. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he almost killed over because he was laughing so hard at him.
So this motherfucker is a big joke, you know what I'm saying? But I like the way they used him because he's not really the big villain in this movie. It's Miguel.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you guys about that because it's very interesting that we have two villains that are not like in line with each other at all. We're very used to having, your Riddler and your Two-Face.
Hold on, you got to pull that up and say something again. Hold that one up again and say something when you hold it up. That way the camera go to your face.
Oh, what's that now?
Hold that one back. Yeah, there you go. Say something.
Oh, that's just a reference to what we were talking about. This is a Spectacular Spider-Man number 98. This is the first appearance of Spot.
Ooh, nice.
There you go. Created. He's a scientist created by the work of the Kingpin.
Yes.
Which don't go work for Kingpin, y'all. Like this nigga, every time somebody go work for Kingpin, they end up with something crazy happening.
Yeah, you will probably end up being a science experiment if you if you fuck around.
Look at that.
A lot of ill covers. That was his first intro run, through number 100.
Yeah, I always thought that he was an interesting character, and I thought great performance from Jason Schwartzman, who played the Spot. But yeah, it was interesting that we got like these two villains that really.
Jason Schwartzman played him.
Yeah, shout outs to Phantom Planet.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, what did you guys think of Oscar Isaac as Miguel, Spider-Man 2099, and sort of the other villain of the movie?
He's Spanish. He Mexican.
Yeah,
He's like half Mexican, half Irish in the comics.
No, man.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's
I
like
have no idea.
he's South American. I can't remember exactly.
Motherfucker was speaking some good Spanish. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's like Vin Diesel, where like in the beginning of his career, he got cast as like every brown person. He's an Armenian in one movie. He just got cast as every brown person until
like
like
that dude from all the Guy Ritchie films. What's that dude?
oh yeah, Mark Strong.
That
Yeah, that's
motherfucker
another
played
guy.
everybody. He played Middle East. He played a Jordanian minister one time. He played goddamn white British guy.
Actually, you know what's funny? I think that Mark Strong and Oscar Isaac were both in this movie called Body of Lies, where they both played Arab people.
There you go. Look, man, them guys are amazing. Shout out to them. They are Asian, ambiguously race.
Shout out to our ambiguous brown actors. Yeah. But yeah, I've always been a big fan of Oscar Isaac, and I thought he did a really good voice acting job in this movie.
Yeah, it's interesting, to look at it as him being of one of the villains of the movie. Instead of just trying to fix the part of reality that he feels Miles is fucking up. Because I mean,
right.
This is an event in the timeline that's causing a ripple, and throughout the master timeline.
Right.
So I mean,
the stakes are high.
Is Oscar Isaacs really a villain, or is he trying to secure the bigger picture over just the I mean.
Right. I mean, yeah. In the words of Green
the
Goblin,
survival of the universal timeline is a whole lot more important than Miles or his daddy. In my opinion, I'm a villain too. I guess is that what's going on right now?
Right.
If it was up to me, I'd wipe them out also.
What we have here is a Spider King situation.
Spider King, Spider King. Destroys whatever is in his way.
Because in the words of Green Goblin, this is why only fools are heroes, because you never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice. You gotta choose
all from memory. That's all from memory.
Off the dome.
That's off the dome.
Yes, he's given Spider-Man, Miles. There's a lot of Spider-Man in this movie.
Yeah.
He's given Miles the choice, of sacrificing his father and letting the universe go as it should, or saving his father and let's see what happens to the universe.
No, it's what's gonna happen is everybody's gonna die.
Potentially, because there's this floating question of like you don't know what's gonna happen.
This is my problem with that shit. Because C made some good points, but I ain't gonna touch on none of that. My one real issue was that Miguel not one time was really concerned about finding this nigga spot. Like this nigga is running trains through universes. Like this motherfucker is blowing it, busting it wide open with all of the universes. And we not worried about that at all. We need to just worry about this nigga Miles. You know what I'm gonna say it? There ain't nobody else trying to say it. I'm gonna say it.
Oh shit. What you gonna say?
Racism. This nigga racist, man.
You don't like black Latinos?
Hell, I think he Puerto Rican. So that nigga, he just a nigga. He just hating on himself.
And you don't like dark skinned Latinos.
That nigga Miles is half black, half Latino. And really, he only got to be like quarter black. Morales, Officer Morales.
You think his mom like?
No, I'm just saying his dad. Well, you think her? Well, you think his dad took the maiden name?
Well, this is the funny thing. So his dad is still Jeffrey Davis. But Miles takes his mom's last name, which is Morales. But if he took Jeff's last name, his name would be Miles Davis.
Oh wow! Look at that.
But for whatever reason, he goes by his mother's last name. Maybe he was born before Jeff met his mom, and
he just couldn't be just a nigga. Huh? He had to be mixed with something. Shit. They say it don't make sense for him to be mixed with Asians. So he just made a mix with Latino.
Hey, it's Brooklyn, baby.
But you know what? You know what? Maybe there's some child out there who relates to that. And he's like, yo, no, I'm gonna take my mama name because I'm Latino. That puerta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Look, it's interesting, like how diverse this movie is, and just like how one of the reasons I love the first movie so much is that they just snuck this black as hell movie up on everybody. That everybody was like, "Oh, this is such a great Spider-Man movie." It's like, your favorite Spider-Man movie is black as fuck, right?
Somebody, not for somebody. Whoever don't like black people, this is not the movie they like. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't think that they like this movie.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, Miles is not a very well received character in the comic book world because of the fact that he's a black Spider-Man. I mean, we all got to definitely face the true reality that the comic book collecting world is still predominantly older white man's game. You know what I'm saying? And predominantly anything that's run by white man is not going to be the most favorable of anything black. That's just reality of the world we live in.
For sure.
I mean, you can see it in the sales. I mean, the first appearance of Miles Morales to this day is still an undervalued comic, if you want to ask me, and that's because, it's not because of anything with the story or the popularity is there. It's just, I mean, at the core of the main buyers, they're not fucking with him because he's black. You know what I'm saying? That's it's the black stories just aren't as well invested in by the majority like that.
I want to say this. Like, people gotta, for all you people who are like, man, I don't want to see no black Spider-Man, man. Because there's a section of black people who don't like the black Spider-Man because he's written by a white man.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, who gives a fuck who's writing him, man? Like, if he's like a dope character and he's still dope and his comic is still dope and he's like relatable, who actually gives a fuck who's writing it, man?
Yeah, the white man created Miles Morales. Brian Michael Bendis is
right. But there's certain people who won't watch it because it was created by a white man,
right?
Or won't read the comic because it was created by a white man. He shouldn't be creating black. Why ain't let a black man create it? Well, why didn't no black? Well, come on, man. It ain't hardly any black people in comics. Like, let's just relax.
Yeah, read Milestone comics if you have a problem with that shit. Like,
everybody talking that shit is the people who have no clue of what's going on in that comic world. Just on the crust of all the bullshit. And I don't even listen to people who start kicking up dust like that because they ain't never picked up a fucking comic book in their life. They have no idea, no place trying to even place any argument in that type of shit. Just shut the fuck up.
Get him out of here.
But while we're talking about black people, I want to talk about one of my favorite characters and new additions to this movie, fucking Hobie Brown, aka Spider-Punk, played by Daniel Kaluuya. Man, fucking loved this character in this movie. Fun fact: Hobie Brown was the name of the first Prowler in the comic books.
Oh, very nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what you got the first appearance of Spider-Punk right there. That's Amazing Spider-Man right there. Issue number 10. I think this from volume 4.
Crazy.
Fucking
Spider-Punk.
Dope cover art.
Second black Spider-Man.
Yeah,
what did y'all think of Spider-Punk?
That was dope. I loved it. I love that character in the movie. It was comic relief, but at the same time, it was still holding true to its form without being goofy.
And he actually played a big part in the movie. Like not like he had a big role, but his actions played a big part in the movie as it went on. Like, he was the one who told Miles how to supercharge his electric venom power. and he was the one who told him to be, basically be a rebel, man. Don't be listening. Don't be just doing whatever these niggas tell you to do.
Right.
Don't be just listening to these niggas, man. Look. We the only niggas here.
Look
What
around.
you think? Look, it's one other nigga here, and she ain't fucking with us. You notice that she ain't said nothing to us? She not fucking with us.
Yeah,
So,
he
played a great role.
Man.
And then he was the one who created the watch that he gave to Gwen. So
yeah. I was so hoping when as soon as he left, he's like, "All right, I quit." I was like, "Hell yeah!" But also, please come back into this movie.
He didn't really though.
Yeah, he didn't come back to the movie, but I'm
he was
excited
at
to see him.
saw him at the end.
Yeah,
he wasn't like back, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him come back in the next one. Because he like a great vocal performance. I really like the animation style of that character. How he just like looks like a bunch of Sex Pistols album covers pasted together.
Yeah.
It
I
was
was like, how do you look cooler with your mask off?
I was always
was
this cool,
dope.
bro.
I was always this cool.
That was a dope movie, man. They did a good job with it.
Yeah, that was
all the
incredible.
characters themselves. They didn't bring back Spider-Man in the War or with the pig Spider-Ham. This one, I like that they replaced it with the Punk and some other characters. The selections, I think, in this movie were good. I was kind of wondering if I was gonna be overwhelmed with all this spider shit, but they made it fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciated how they had a lot of like it was very fan servicey and like nostalgic and referential, but it didn't feel like the whole movie was about that. Like kind of you rewatch the Spider-Man Far From Home. It's great. Like I mean, like I still have a lot of fun with it, but there's a lot of moments where like clearly people are pausing for the audience to clap.
Oh, right.
So it just feels a little it feels like that movie is more dependent on the Easter eggs and fan service than this one is, where like you could not know who Spider-Punk is. You never picked up a Spider-Punk comic book, but still appreciate that character.
Well, that's because they fucking do their whole like. Now the reason it works is because they made fun of themselves throughout the whole first movie doing it. But they do their whole like introduction of every character, like, hey, this is their origin story. But like, it's done in a way where it's done so quick. Like, let's get it out of the way. I'm not fixing to talk about this for 45 minutes. Like, we're not fixing to have everybody origin story. Like, boom, bing, bang, bong, we out of here. But excuse me.
Like you were saying though, with your theory of Spider-Man 2099 kind of being a little bit more on the villain side. I mean, that could be like you could be flipping it to the whole level of he might not even be who he says he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way he's bringing together all the spiders together in the spiders, he might be trying to gather all these spiders together in one place so he can slay them all up. Who knows?
Right.
He could be because they haven't even said one word about what do you call those? Not the slayers or whatever, but the inheritors.
Right.
Those are the motherfuckers that was going across, destroying all the spider people throughout all the different multiverse. So I mean, they haven't said nothing about the inheritors yet.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe Miguel is the big bad in the next one, and we do only get like 45 minutes of a conclusion of what we have in the first movie.
They might
open up,
go into some crazy shit like that, because I mean, it's the bottom line of the basis of all of this is beyond all their individual stories is the multiverse situation that's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's really what that's at play here, not any of their little personal shit, because all this stuff has to tie into different films. And him and his dad's relationship ain't gonna have nothing to do with fucking Loki or another series that's coming out. It's this multiverse story that's tying all this shit together. When we see Donald Glover show up in real fucking life wearing a Prowler outfit, that goes to show you right there that we've got, the Miles Morales in the real life version, and that's happening. They just announced it. I mean, all this stuff is tying together. I think part 3 is going to probably end up with him falling through some kind of fucking portal into live action, and that might be how we get Miles Morales in
That would
this
be
actual.
It
some
would,
Simpsons Treehouse of Horror shit right there. If
but
that,
Which
also
sounds goofy as fuck, but I mean,
it would also provide him with like challenges that you know that Spider-Man has to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like every Spider-Man got to go through like the worst shit in the world.
right.
right.
Well, since we're talking about the multiversal stuff, what did you guys think of like the
Well, hold on,
inclusion of the? Sorry,
before you go to that, I got one complaint.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have any of the identity crisis Spider-Man. That's the first thing. Where's my identity?
Oh
crisis
yeah,
Spider-Man?
with like the prodigies and the slider. I think was his name.
Yeah, man. He had like 4 identities. He like was like, I don't want to be Spider-Man no more, but I still want to be a superhero, so I'm gonna just change it up.
That would be cool if they introduced that. Like, well, maybe we'll see him in the next one. Who
But
knows?
also, where is the voice of the animated Spider-Man from the
Right, from the
90s?
animated series, yeah.
Where is that nigga at?
With all those
Why
people
has
showing
he
up.
not
Which one? There were
gotten-
like 12,000 Spider-Man series in the 90s. Which one are you talking?
I
No, the
Fox Kids,
the
yeah.
one.
I was surprised, and because it's a two-parter, because I didn't even think about this until we were just here recording. Because it's a two-parter, there probably are saving some cameos for the next one. So maybe we do get a cameo from the voice actor from the animated series, and maybe we talked about this when we were watching it. Hopefully, we get like an Ed Asner voice cameo for. He's dead, but you can use some of the they fucking they
you use something that's from the show, maybe touch it up. I don't know.
use his audio from
I'm not even really here right now. This chat GP Ready Cee.
This is an AI art version of Ready Cee, ladies and gentlemen.
AI Ready Cee. Yeah. But sorry, were you saying something, Ready Cee?
No. I was
You
just
tried
saying.
to act like he was gonna say something because you burped. Nigga, it wasn't nobody about to say nothing. You just burped.
But yeah, what did you guys think of like the multiversal stuff of like we got Donald Glover, we got some other live action stuff blended in with the animated stuff. What y'all think of and do you think that this has a potential to make like bleed into the live action movies?
I think that they left it ambiguous and open. So if they can make a deal work, it will be done. But if they can't, or if something falls through, they it can stand alone on its own as well.
Right.
It can
all those live action scenes they were showing were from Sony products. They ain't gonna have any problem tying nothing that they showed in because that was all their shit. Those are from other Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man movies. But as far as like going over into the MCU, like Phase 5, that's is open. But I think that it's ambiguous because like they could just dump it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Sony Marvel deal is not a stable deal.
No,
it's a tumultuous. It's like a tumultuous stock. You don't want to invest in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in and get out. don't be holding on to them for a long time. So I'm just saying, like, it feels like they left it open.
What do you think, Ready Cee?
I personally think that they're tying it together more than they ever have. Especially when you look at the way that they're showing the whole timeline now. Everything that's going on in Loki absolutely is Marvel. Don't have anything to do with Sony, and the way that they're mapping out the universal timeline between both of those movies is identical. There's like no question the way that's being portrayed in both films. And I mean, going forward, when you look at how they have all these different characters that are playing in on each other. I mean, Tom Holland Spider-Man and all that type of shit is already signed on to do 3 more movies that are, and he's already completely under contract to be in Marvel films all the way through Secret Wars. So the question of whether or not they're gonna tie it in has already been inked. I mean, as far as some of these standalone Sony movies that are coming down the line, like Craven or Madam Web and shit like that, and future Venom movies even. I think the further they go into this, the more this stuff is gonna converge. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that's what's making them the money.
Yeah.
And I don't see it growing too much too apart. I see it kind of coming more and more together, especially after this movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming apart, but I just think that they left it business wise. I feel like they left it open. Like, if nothing, so that if something falls through,
Yeah.
all it does is look. It just is like it still works. You know what I'm saying? Like the
For
movie still
sure.
works if something does fall through, but they left it open so that they can continue to do more business with Marvel. Because honestly, if we look at, like, to your point about the Sony movies, I mean, just outside the comic book world, they really don't do shit. So, like, they really depend on that Marvel check coming through, them Marvel properties coming through. Like, yo, son, we need all the Spider-Man we can get, and wherever we can make a real deal where it benefits us, we can put them in whatever Marvel movie y'all want to put them in too.
Yep, they know they got the key to the hottest character, and they're not letting that go. Like everybody
hottest
else
character in the history of comic books, man. Like it's Spider-Man.
It's like
my character, Spider-Man.
I think he's still like Spider-Man has the highest merchandising. Like he sells the most.
Lion and Batman. I'll tell you that much. And you know why? It's because he's relatable.
All right, Stan.
I created Spider-Woman just because I thought it was a good idea and someone might do it just to get on top of my Spider-Man.
Me and Ruth Bader Ginsburg will love us.
When we were in high school.
But yeah, like
we went to homecoming together, and that's where I came up with Spider-Woman.
Strong female characters. But yeah, like there are a lot of references to like the MCU. Like they reference Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and that whole multiversal event. But before we get out of here,
come on, how are you gonna call a version of yourself a stupid little nerd?
Oh,
I just disrespectful.
Self-hatred or awareness of the multiverse. He's definitely not going to be exactly like you, so you can shit on him all you want.
I don't like it. Hey man, shout out to you, universe, multiverse Bill, variant Bill, all of you out there. I fuck with you all, even you crazy ones. You'll get it together one day.
But let's before we get out of here, let's talk about just like this twisty ending here. We find out that Miles was never supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, allegedly,
or this
according to the racist ass Miguel.
This Miles was never supposed to be Spider-Man. When the 42 Spider was created, when snatched from another universe, and it bit Miles and turned him into Spider-Man. It was it's from another universe, and it robbed that universe of its Spider-Man. And it apparently caused the death of Miles' Spider-Man from his universe, his Peter Parker. So
yes, but that's
he never became Spider-Man. Peter Parker would have never died.
Check this out though. Miles didn't do shit though.
No,
I'm saying Miguel was trying to like blame Miles. No, dog. It was the Spot, the nigga who you have not gone to go chase. Like this whole movie could have not happened. This could have been a 20-minute movie with no fucking like sequel, or no cliffhanger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we really in life could go get this dude Spot, but y'all want to chase me right now. Like that's the important part. Right. No, I didn't like that because I was like, yeah, that don't make no sense that we're not gonna chase the bad guy. And as he's destroying universes.
Yeah, well, they definitely showed them like tracking him,
Yeah,
but it was
they
it was
chased him all
the
the way
responsibility.
into that collider,
Yeah, but their
and
concern or Miguel's concern was we got to make sure this dude
Yeah,
don't leave here.
and I think that there's gonna be
Because if they could
just
focus, how about this? Like if they'd have focused on that, Miles wouldn't even had any idea or focus on the fact that his dad was gonna die. They wouldn't even have to tell him
right.
that. It would have been a great distraction for him instead of chasing this nigga across the whole Nueva York.
Yeah, it was a like to your point. Yeah, it was weird that he had so much intent on stopping Miles as opposed to like this multiversal threat. Especially when Miles is brought into the fold, he expresses like this is the big problem that you
Yeah.
caused.
Well, I gotta ask Ready Cee as the resident New Yorker, our New York correspondent. I have to ask, how did you feel about seeing a version of New York City that clearly shows that at some point all of the Puerto Ricans take over, all the Dominicans take over all New York, and they just rename it Nueva York?
Well, I mean, they had that a part of the Spider-Man 2099 comic. It's called Nueva York in there, if I'm not mistaken. In the future,
In the
Spanish
future,
is a little bit more of the dominant language in the culture. Which is it makes plenty of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that it should already be taught just right alongside English, if you ask me, in this country.
Right.
And
Honestly,
um,
we should be
it's definitely
teaching
coming to
Spanish
that.
in
It's definitely
elementary
going to
school.
come to that.
I'll tell you
So
what,
you
if
talk about that far into the future, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think it's a pretty accurate
this movie probably
outlook.
did not get shown in Texas just because of that part. This movie probably didn't get shown in Arizona just because of that part of the movie where it's like now they're coming from the north. Like no.
Reports of white people running from theaters in San Antonio, Texas.
Right?
Yeah,
Women
man.
clutching their pearls. But yeah, let's talk about this ending real quick. Because Miles is he tries to go back to his own universe after he's running from all the spider people because they're trying to stop him from saving his dad.
Too fast.
Um,
He's the only
and
nigga out there. He's too fast.
it's too fast. You got the juke moves. Um, and he goes back to he finally makes it back to his universe, and he makes an emotional confession to his mom that he's Spider-Man, and she's like, "Who the fuck is Spider-Man?"
That ain't your mama.
That's when he realizes he's in the wrong universe.
Which was a great reveal.
Oh yeah, it was a great twist.
Yeah,
What did you guys think of this about this twist in this movie?
It's fantastic, man. I thought it was great, and you know, there's actually stakes, more than one stakes. At, situations at stake in this film. It's something that Marvel films usually lack. Is any real big reason that we're supposed to really give a shit about or care about. Even in this last Guardians movie, it's like it's just fluff. It wasn't really. There weren't any real threats. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel threatened by anything in these films. It takes completely animated, not even real human beings being drawn, and they're upstaging these real actors in these movies. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a shame
Right.
that a cartoon blows these regular fucking films out of the frame by
I
so
will
far.
say though, part of that is because writers on this specific movie, Spider-Man versus
Spider-Man versus Spider-Man.
yeah.
The Spider-Verse.
Those writers have a lot more time to write or have had a lot more time to write these scripts. Don't ask me why, I don't know why, but they have been a lot more time. There's the time between these Marvel movies is not a lot of time.
It's been 5
for
years since the
this-
last Spider-Verse movie.
Right. And so the scale of the movies that they try to do with the live action ones, it just doesn't match the amount of time that they're giving these writers,
You
which is
telling me that
why
so you
they're on
telling me if
strike.
we had given the people who wrote Thor: Love and Thunder just a little more time, it would have been good? Is that what you're fucking telling me?
I do think
I
that
do,
I do
actually.
think that actually because
Jesus Christ.
the best writing comes out of rewrites. And if you don't have the ability to rewrite, which they didn't have a lot of rewrite time because they need to push this movie out because COVID fucked everything up time frame wise. And what you got to remember is all these studios are run by other companies that own bigger shit than that. And they don't really look at nothing but the money. And so they don't give a fuck about writers or if the movie's good or if the movie's bad. They just know they gonna hit these bottom lines, and that's what ends up happening. That's why we have this writer strike right now. You know what I'm saying?
But it's also kind of why it's a miracle that we even get why this movie's even good or the last
Right.
movie was even good because it's like y'all fucked around and gave it to some people who actually care and like wrote and took their time. Y'all for some reason gave them the time to make a good movie. But and then
so
we get
appreciate this movie, people. Spider-Man is good because that's how Hollywood's supposed to go. You're supposed to give me like 4-5 years in between the movie.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Do you want it done fast or you want it done right?
That's why the phase
then-
1 is the best phase so far of Marvel Universe, or phase 2, you could argue. But it's because there's a lot of time in between those. And then we just start picking up the pace with phase 3 and now phase 4.
Well, you're not gonna have to
but
wait too long before the next part, the conclusion of this whole thing comes out.
Right, but that's because they did it all at one time.
Yeah, luckily, yeah.
Right.
Because otherwise,
they did a Lord of the Rings type shit where they just went and
Yeah.
filmed everything at once.
They kind of had to, otherwise we'd be waiting so long. Because I'm
the
sure
next
this
one drops in
animation
March, right?
Yeah, March of next year. Yeah,
It's my birthday time. We going, baby.
But yeah, at the end of this movie, we get Miles Morales version of the Prowler. He's apparently, I looked it up on IMDb. He's Miles G Morales, so he's a G.
He gangster.
And it's played by a different.
Got some Snowfall vibes.
And it's played by a different character, or played by a different actor, Jarrell Jerome.
I'm glad you said that because I was like, yo, his voice kind of didn't sound the same. And that don't sound like Shaolin Fantastic. Shaolin Fantastic. I don't sound like him.
But it makes sense that it would be a different actor because they got different actors playing Spider-Man. But yes, incredible young actor. He was in Moonlight and he was in When They See Us.
Oh, I thought you meant he was just incredibly young.
Oh no,
no, he's only 3.
He's incredibly young.
He's only 7 years old.
Shout outs to baby actors. But I thought that he was really good. But just like briefly, what do you guys think? Because it ends on a cliffhanger. Miles is stuck in this universe, and we don't know how he's getting out. And Gwen is getting the band back together, trying to get this Spider-Man
and
team
she added
to
a co-player too. Don't forget.
And they're going after Miguel. Like, what do you guys?
I think they're going to find.
Oh yeah, they're probably going to go find Miles
more so than they're going to fucking fight Miguel.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually to my point. What are you more excited about Miles?
I'm excited about
how
I'm excited now. I'm excited now.
Sorry, I'm putting words in your mouth.
Putting words in my mouth, man. No, I mean, what would I be more excited about? What's the most exciting thing to me about the next movie of this trilogy that I didn't fucking expect to be a trilogy?
Right.
Oh man. Well, I think I'm most excited to see if we get some more cameos that I've already mentioned in this pod. But man, I think Miguel is a vampire. He's a part of that vampire race that Ready Cee was talking about, and I can't wait to see that reveal.
Yeah, we get a
It's a
little.
possibility. I mean,
Because he said that he watched a version of himself die
Mhm.
in another universe. But what if he killed that nigga? You know what I'm talking about?
That would be interesting. That's something I thought about too. Is like, what if?
Because he could just be lying about all this shit.
he could be doing like a Kang type of thing,
Yeah.
trying to kill off all of his other variants versus trying to
Right.
bring them all together.
Exactly. So then
And-
my other last thing is gonna be I am hoping for a Madam Web introduction.
Oh yeah, that'd be great, Madam Web. We'd love to
Well,
see
that's
her.
definitely going to happen because that's the next movie, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to tie in together. We are, shouts out to
Oh,
Madam Web. That's ASM number 210 right there. First Madam Web.
Yes, sir.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah, man. Madam Web is a G. And to your man, there was something I was gonna say about what
Don't
you
touch me.
said.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Man, okay, I can't remember. But Ready,
Unless you're gonna keep touching me. I'm joking.
Ready Cee, what are you excited about in the next movie with Miles?
no, I'm ready to see how that ends because this was always going to be a 3-part film. So this being the conclusion, I think Miles is going to end up in live action as a result of the end of this next film. That's just, that's my far reaching theory. You know what I'm saying? Because we've already got news that Miles Morales is coming to live action. They're already, starting to produce, films and shit for him. So, I mean, after 3 full-length Sony movies featuring Miles Morales, are they really about to, start all over again on some origin story with a live action? Or are they just gonna figure out how to continue his story from these movies that they've already invested all this fucking time and money into? I mean,
I think two things are gonna be true.
especially since we've already seen Danny Glover show up in this recent film in live action, that already puts him in the continuity of
Right.
what's happening.
Yeah, he's within the thread of the multiverse now.
Word, because he mentioned him in that Spider-Man Homecoming where he was like, "Yeah, my nephew," whatever. We was
Right.
talking to Spider-Man.
My
So
question to you is: do you think that there's a possibility that Miles, like that, we maybe this Miles doesn't go to a different reality, but we get introduced to our Miles,
right,
1999.
yeah, it could, yeah. The live action Miles is already somewhere uh, happening.
Right. Do y'all know who that Miles? I mean, do y'all know if that's been cast or not?
We don't know.
I
I
don't
don't.
think
They
so.
haven't made any
They
casting
probably
announcements.
already got the shit filmed and don't even let nobody know.
Word, you know how
Yeah.
that goes. We don't hear stuff till way down the line, but
Right.
I'm sure somebody's already getting that bag for sure.
Yeah, Amy Pascal just I think last week said that oh, we definitely got a live action Miles Morales movie in the works.
Yeah.
So we'll see when that ends up.
I'm gonna
happening.
guess who it is right now.
Who that?
I think it's the nigga who plays Lucas on Stranger Things.
That would be a really good one.
I think it's
He's
him. I
great.
saw him the other day at the bowling alley. I won't name what bowling alley because I don't want y'all blowing up my spot. But I saw him the other day at the bowling alley. Apparently, not a nice guy.
Him?
The black dude.
Nah.
Yeah, Lucas. I seen him. Apparently, he's not a nice
I
guy,
know,
but he was
okay.
nice to me. I bowled next to him. He was nice to me. Everybody was nice.
His head is shaped like a slee stack, man. I don't even know if that was
I'm just telling you
It
where they
is-
might go with
Hey,
it. You know,
you know what? It is very dependent on head shape. You gotta look good in that mask.
he do have like
but-
one of them long heads, though. If he shave his hair, you know what I'm saying? He got one of them long
Yeah.
faces that fits with the mask.
Yeah. Luckily, with animation, you can do all kinds of shit. Like you can have hair like a Hobie, where it's all shit,
Right.
and you put the mask on,
Yeah,
and it's
word.
all
Yeah.
neatly fits inside.
That's the best ball cap I ever seen in my life.
But Ready Cee.
That's why his hair looks so good because he have it laid down, like you know what I'm saying. His hair is
Yeah.
fresh. He
Press
can-
tight.
Word.
Before we get out of here, Ready Cee, tell the people where they can find you. And you got anything you want to plug? Let them know what you got coming up on the channel.
All right, man. We are coming back with some live programs pretty soon. You can catch us over at Comic Book Trap House right here on lovely YouTube, follow us on Instagram at Comic Book Trap House, just like it sounds. No crazy ass fucking ebonic phonetics or nothing like that. So holler at us, give us a follow, and always pay attention to my brothers right here, the Drunk Banthas, man. Love it.
Yeah, you can catch Ready Cee on the Drunk Banthas. We're gonna have him a lot more too, because we're doing the Does It Hold Up? It's gonna be
Oh
lit.
yeah.
Go follow Ready Cee on Instagram. Follow him on the Trap House on Instagram. Go subscribe to
doubt.
the Trap House right now. And don't forget to subscribe here, because y'all, YouTube will not give me my children back until y'all subscribe. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, they will give me my children back, and then
There it
everything will
is.
be okay.
That is true, unfortunately.
I got videos of them though recently, and they told me that they are okay.
Yeah. But don't call the cops, because they
For
said
now.
they will definitely kill them if you call the cops.
And that's YouTube. That's
but-
not me. So YouTube, don't be trying to demonetize our shit just because y'all got nefarious contracts.
Yeah, guys, check out the Comic Book Trap House. It is spelled how it sounds. Go ahead and check that out. Or you can, if you don't know how to spell, just look into the video description. You can find links to the channel there. But guys, thank you for listening to. Oh, and also, like he had mentioned, Does It Hold Up? We got episodes coming out every other Monday. Next Monday, we got Tammy and the T-Rex with 9 nerd yards. So go, guys, check that out. Keep your ears to the
We
ground.
got everything happening. Ahsoka, incredible. All invincible. It's incredible. It's incredible.
I thought you were saying this is an incredible shirt.
Incredible shirt. Invincible. We got all the stuff. And go look at the old stuff. We cover really bad shows like Halo.
Yeah.
Go look at that, because we had to do it. So you should at least look at what we said about it. It's great. We got a great channel. Everybody's great. You're great. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Stay safe, my little variants, and may the force be with you.
Peace.